Hi there, Spectre here and welcome back to Aircraft Model Reviews, and in today's episode we are going to take a trip back in time because we are looking at a A321 from Air Berlin, which just actually came in from Düsseldorf for Eurowings, and we'll be heading back to Düsseldorf quite soon since passengers are already boarding. So let's take a quick look at this one before it takes off again. Alright, and here she is up close, the A321 from Air Berlin. So let's start at the front, where we can see the cockpit has been very nicely detailed and we have the cockpit window wipers included, but no further details there. Then moving on to the side of the aircraft, we can see the writing of Air Berlin, and we actually have the One World logo next to the passenger door, since Air Berlin was in fact a member of the One World Alliance. Then moving on to the engines, which has been given this Air Berlin red, and we can find the writing of airberlin.com. And further than that, it has been very nicely detailed, and when we look into the engines we can see the engine fan blades, which is always a nice detail to have. When looking at the back side of the engine, we can see it has been very nicely detailed as well, and where we can also see the main landing gear. Moving on to the wings, and more specifically the top side of the wings, we can see all the different flaps, slats and spoilers carved out, but we have no further markings there. On the underside of the wings we can see again the flaps and slats, but no further details again. But when we look at the belly, we actually have airberlin.com as well, but it has been slightly destroyed by a hole in the fuselage, which is meant for a stand, which has not been included unfortunately. But let's head back to the wings, where we have one last very nice detail to mention, which are the winglets, which has been given this nice Air Berlin red and actually have Air Berlin written on them, which is really tiny, and they have really pulled it off quite nicely here. Then moving on to the back side of the aircraft, we can look at the vertical stabilizer, which has the iconic Air Berlin branding. And when we look at the fuselage, we can see the full registration code of the aircraft and the German flag. Then looking at the rear of the aircraft, we can see the APU has also been included, which is always a nice detail to have. And then on the other side we can take a look at the cargo doors here at the rear of the aircraft, and of course also here at the front of the aircraft. Alright, so that's it for this one. Now, do I recommend this Air Berlin A321? Yes, I do. I really like the Air Berlin livery. I think it's very unfortunate that they went bankrupt, and that they had to cease operation, and that it's now gonna disappear out of the aviation industry. So if you're feeling a little bit nostalgic, or you're just a fan of Air Berlin, then this one is definitely recommended for you. Now, if you like this episode, then please smash that like button. That would be very much appreciated, and if you don't want to miss out on any future episodes, you gotta hit subscribe and get those notifications on. And if you have any feedback, thoughts or comments, you can leave them in the comment section below. And that's it for this time. Thank you very much for watching. This is Spectre signing off. See you next time.